All right. Good evening, teachers. I warmly welcome you all to today's workshop on building rapport with students online by super educator Monica Joshi. This session is brought to you by EdChat India and Teacher.in in collaboration with Teachers Abroad. Now, before we go ahead, I'd like to introduce the Teacher Network to all the new teachers who joined us today for the first time. Teacher.in is a professional network for K-12 educators, where educators can connect with fellow educators, exchange ideas and resources, attend training and upskilling sessions like these, and find employment, jobs and other employment opportunities. We call it the Teacher Revolution. It's teacher with an extra R.in. Now, there's some ground rules that we'd like you to follow so that we have a great learning experience. In case if you have any questions, all of the teachers have access to the chat box. You can go ahead and type in your queries in the chat box, or Monica ma'am would be giving you a cue and you can unmute yourself and you can go ahead and you can ask the session. In addition to that, we'd also be having a dedicated Q&A at the end where all your questions can be answered. Now, without any further ado, introducing our super educator of the day, Ms. Monica Joshi. Monica Joshi is the IT head at Sat Paul Mittal School, Ludhiana, and has more than 21 years of relevant work experience. Her experience is at mainly database administration, computer programming, network security, project management, and at emerging technologies. She holds degrees in MCA and MSc. She's a computer science graduate. In addition to that, she's an MIEE Microsoft Innovative Expert Educator, and she's been there for the last 3 years. In addition to that, she's an MIEE Master Trainer and a Global Minecraft Mentor. She's also an Apple Certified Teacher, a Teach SDGs Ambassador, a Flipgrid Guide, and a Wakelet Ambassador. In her words, she believes that as a new age teacher, it is her duty to make her students equipped for the future and inculcate the skill of inquiry and knowledge building in her students. Thank you so much, Monica ma'am, for being a part of today's session. It is always nice to host you. Thank you so much for doing this. And I'm looking forward to having a great learning experience for the next 1.5 hours, because I think today's session is one of the most important things, given the fact that online tutoring jobs are on the rise. And one of the most important component of online tutoring jobs is the demo classes, where it's very important that teachers are supposed to build rapport with students online in the first class itself. So I'm looking forward to learning all the tips and tricks that you have experienced and you are willing to share with the teachers. So over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Varun. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So good afternoon and good evening, everybody. As Varun introduced, that I'm Monica Joshi and I'm the IT head at Sat Paul Mittal School, Ludhiana, Punjab. And I've been an MIE from last 6 years, Varun. A correction, not from 3 years, 6 years.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Okay, I think my video will be stopped. I'm using Google Chrome, that's why. So,
sure.
Yeah. So we will be having a very wonderful session today about how we build a virtual quest, building your ThingLink classroom so that you can develop, kind of rapport with the students online. So as it's very vital that we have to, teach our students the skills that last a lifetime. When a teacher, enters into the class, it's very, very important that we understand that what are the 4 things that are required when you are going to, meet the learner, you're going to engage the learner. There are 4 more important things, that is creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. And there are various ways through which you can enhance these, but I will be touching one of the 2 of the tools basically. There are umpteen tools, there are umpteen strategies which you can adopt to, enhance these skills amongst your students. But before that you enhance it in the students, it's very important that we teachers, it's our duty that we should upskill ourselves, and we should acquire all these so that our learners are also engaged and are, acquired with these skills. So that's creativity, which is important, that you have a student centered learning teaching, and give them open ended design challenges. For example, creative storytelling. You have to enhance their critical thinking, so you give them a view of things from different angles, like real world scenario, or kind of giving a situation where they redesign their things. The next is very, very important. That is the communication skill. Because if you are not able to communicate, deliver your things, being as a teacher, being as a student, if he or she is not able to tell what she is wanting. So that's very important skill these days. That is the communication skill. And then you can develop it in different ways, in a visual way, sharing the thoughts, creations by using different tools, like which I will be sharing in the coming next half an hour. And then next is collaboration. It's very important that you have, kind of an environment where children work together in teams, having a shared classroom, working in team, negotiating, and resolving the conflicts, stepping into the shoes of others and recreating the things, and then reaching at some level, so that every child is able to design, make, and learn. And as teachers, it's very important that you should know that every child has special needs, and then you have to teach them the way they learn. And it's not all about the languages, it's about the concept, how you have to deliver it in your classroom. So the tool which I am going to discuss to use it in your lessons is ThingLink. Why ThingLink? Why I'm talking about? Because these days, as you all are having your classes online, and then we don't know how the next year also going to fall, and then the coming year, the scenario will be hybrid. So ThingLink, it's free, it's user friendly. It's not necessary that you have to have a very high tech IT knowledge. It turns any image to an interactive graphic. Any image can be converted into a beautiful lesson plan. And you can create multiple points on an image and can, deliver introduce your lesson, develop it, sum up it, and can give the evaluation also on that. And then you can put a lot of content into small place that can be easily embedded on another blogs, on another websites, and in any other sway, or if you are using say Wakelet, any other medium, you can use that also there. And another thing is that it can be used in any subject, any grade level. And I'll be showing you the use cases. And using ThingLink as a multimedia curriculum launcher, publish students' work, create interactive reports of students, and you can use it to communicate with the parents. You can use it for your professional development, which is very, very important. That, as I told you, that you have to upscale your skills. That's very important. And also you can we can create it with, we will be doing it by creating a mashup with apps like Bitmoji and 3D Bear. As I told you that ThingLink, you can introduce your lesson, you can develop a lesson, you can sum up your lesson, and you can evaluate and do the reflection also with the help of this. Uh, ThingLink is a thinking link which joins all the four C's. All the four C's: how, creativity, critical thinking, communication, collaboration. Because you are able to, enhance the curiosity of the child. You are able to collaborate with the other part of the world. You can, build the context with this, as so that you can deliver a very meaningful lesson. So before going to that, I'll just show you a few of the use cases, and then I'll come how we can design it. So because it's very important, we see the use cases first, and then only we learn how we can design. Like I just showed you one of the picture. Varun, is the screen visible? Okay. So like I just showed you the picture right now, and that was a thingling basically. So it's a kind where I move the pointer, it gives me the card which is displayed on the screen. So I clicked on curiosity. I wanted to explain an image used in thingling should get the students attention and make them curious about the content. And collaboration, as one student can upload a picture and another student can add the links, text and videos, and other students can remix those pictures with all the new links. And when you're talking about context, thingling can be used in real world photos that students can create, and you have the power to localize and globalize it. And also you can create maps, graphs, charts, diagrams, or any other picture can be made into an infographic. So enhancing it, it is able to enhance the thematic approach basically. So I have shown you one of the use case where you can use ThingLink to give your presentation also. Earlier I was using a PowerPoint, and the same thing I'm showing it in the form of a ThingLink. So one of the use case, you can take it one link into the presentation hall and then give your presentation. As in case you are going to present some product, and you can create one link, put the hotspots there, and can show it to the users. Other example I'm just showcasing, this is made by one of my student. uh, you know he was creating a word. We have given the student the word about, search about Paris. So it's a kind of a EVS project basically. So this is when a picture is there, the child clicks here, the video is played about the Paris. And when I click here, and it give me a 3D view, it takes me to the another link. Right, when I come back, when I click here, it gives me the location, the information about the Eiffel Tower. Then if I click here, it gives me, okay, some French word the child has written. So this way you can add the hotspots on one simple image and can create your, own thinglings. Let me show you some example. Okay, this is, from the Thingling website only. I found it a very useful lesson plan of history. And here it goes. So it's all about landforms. You can see this is a simple image on which small images of, about mountains, volcanoes, valleys, plain, canyon, all are placed. Okay. And on those, hotspots are placed. Suppose when I click on this mountain, the, it gives mountain 360-degree view. If I click here, it is going to take me to the 360-degree view of the mountain. So this, it's linked with this website, and we are, mapped here. And if I click here on the second hotspot, it shows me that 360-degree Mount Elbrus, Russia. And when I click on read more, it will transfer me to the another website where, I can read the information about that. So from one link, I can be, transferred, given a reference to another page. And this is the image of the Mount Elbrus. Same way about the volcanoes. Uh, One hotspot I have added, reading more information about the volcanoes around the world from above. And another is about different volcanoes, that is Volcanoplasky. If you click on read more, it will give you the information about it. Same way for the, river. When I click here, and then click on read more. So the setup is made like that, and on one page only you are able to put the whole lesson, which makes your the what do you say, the space area clear. And you know that I have to cover first four parts in the first period, or first part in the first period, second part in the next period, third part in the third period, as per that. But your whole lesson for the month is on the same page, and you can give this link to your students so that in case they want to revisit it, they can anytime go and visit the link and can revise it. Same way, okay, when you're talking about geography, so it's or history, it's a Roman empire. On the map, such so beautifully the hotspots are placed, and if I click here, it will give me the information about that particular area. So same way, you want to give the information, say you're talking about 18th century, same way you can take the map and can place the hotspots there. It's looking like, okay, kind of a website. And you may be thinking like it's tough, but no, I'm just going to apprise you also how it is going to be made. Like, okay. So these are two of the examples I have just shown you. Let me just take you how you can make it so that I can show you the more use cases so that we are not falling short of time, so that we are not touching upon the use cases only. So I'll first be showcasing you how you can create the wall, the attractive wall when you are creating the thing link. So there is a extension with Google Chrome you can add, that is Bitmoji, and you can create the Bitmoji in your Google Slides. That's very easy. Everybody has Gmail IDs. Go on into your Google Slides and then you can create it. I'll just play this video for saving the time. We have to go into the Google Slides, and I'll just go slow, and we have to click on backgrounds, and we have to click on choose image. Then when you are choosing an image, you have to take transparent image, or you take any, say I took wall floor, and okay, I'm taking this particular image, and then you have to click on done. Okay, after you are done with the image, you have selected it, I don't like the background of the wall, so I can modify it also. You can play around with the setup what you have done, like, so I'll just add a shape here and fill a color because I wanted the wall to be little bright. Okay, so once it is done, and then I can remove its outline by just going to the border color and making it transparent. Okay, then I can make a little changes in the little changes in the color so that it looks little bright. And now I'm going to add some images here. One important thing that you have to keep in mind is when you're adding the images here, or when you are creating your colorful wall, which you have to use for the thingling, always use the transparent images. So just search here, transparent, any image. Suppose like I'm searching transparent white board. Okay, so just select that, and okay, I'll take this one, and then you can insert it and can uh, decide the size as per your requirement. You can place it, crop it this way, and can place uh, set up the placement where you have to do it. Later on, you can add n number of things. Say I will be adding a window now, so that to make it a little colorful, I'll just go and add the window again now. Okay. Right. So let's take this one and adjust it. And I'm just adding a scenery now because I want it to look like it's a room. And okay, the scenery is there, and I will fix it behind the window. So, and order set backward. And it looks like that there is this, this mountain scene outside. And same way I have, placed uh, this image on the left side. And now I'm adding a emoji, you being standing in the classroom in a funny way. I'm sure everybody know about the Bitmoji app, and you can add it as an extension in your Google Chrome. Okay, so let me take the one which is on sofa. Or you can, take any color style also, and you can write the text also. So I'll just take this one. So here, you being there, sitting there. And so yeah, this is the way you can add any type of setup of your, classroom. Like this is one of the thing which I created in Bitmoji. And I have used the same image for creating the thing link, right? So let's see how we can create the thing link. So very important, for creating the thing link, you have to go on thinglink.com. uh, okay, you have to click on login and then create the account as a teacher. Okay, create the account as an educator, and then you can have a free account with the help of which you can, create thing links. And in case you want the subscription, you can upgrade your account, but then you can use the free accounts also. So let's start and create a new link, a new lesson, which you can use it in your classroom. What we have to do when we are into our account, we have to click on create. uh, Whenever you go and log in inside your account, you come and see this window, but you will not have anything. This is my already, or these are all my already made thing links. You have to click on create, and there are a lot of options which keeps on coming. Okay, how you have to do, you have to have a blank canvas, you have to have an image. What do you want? So you can, take any set of thing. So let's take an image if we want. uh, okay, and you can take the image from the library also, but then I would like to, upload files from my desktop. Okay, I'll just come, click here, and okay, the file is uploading. Continue. So I don't want to create any folder. If you want a specific folder for this, you can create. Otherwise, skip. It will simply add this photograph here. So you can use this photograph on the thing link. Let's click here. This is the image. Okay, this will be the base, the background of your thing link. Let's edit and start our lesson. Very important thing, these are the three buttons which helps to, create your lesson in ThingLink: add, settings, and done. So when we have click on add, we have, these type of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just 4 important things which you have to keep in mind, that you use to create your lesson. The first one is the edit text. Sorry. The first one is add text and media. You can add the text, and besides that, you can add the media. So let's start with that. So say the title is "Know More About It." Okay. Then you wanted it to be a button, and the description of the button also you can give the same, and say you want some website to be opened on this. Say I want this website to be opened when I click on this button, right? And say if you see the button is having the title now blog.think.com, which is not looking good. So I can give here, click here. Okay. And besides that, if you want, you can add an image, click here and say I'm adding this image. So it will be coming on the left side. And if you want, you can have more images here. Say, okay. So you can have two images also. So it will be swiped like this. Okay. And if you don't want the description, okay, this lesson will give you an right. So you can have this here. This is done. Next is you can change the icon. I like this one and I like green color, and done. See, the star is placed here. And if you don't like the star to be placed here, you can move it here. Simple. Next, you can have a add text label. You wanted a pointer somewhere. You want to have a add text label. So you can say, okay, and you can change the icon same way. Say let's take this one, and done. And it is just helping thing. Or if you want, suppose like this, you want to give a pointer, this is my first thing link, or a cue, something like that, that can be done. Next, another tag is a kind, you want to give add content from another website. So this is very useful when you want to use a thing link in a thing link. So you can use this, content, and you can add a website address here. When you click on this, you will jump to the next one. Last is create a tour. That's what you can create the scene here. Select the destination. Say I select this link. Okay. And change the icon and then click on done. So when I click on this, when I show and I click on this, my another thing link will be open. Done, and view it. So now there's a turn to view. Okay. When I click on star and when I click here, the second image will be flashed. Okay. And it was a GIF. The animations are also displayed. And when I click here, I'll be transferred to the next website, right? Then when I click here, the helping text is displayed. And when I click here, it's like a transition and I move to the next thing link. All right. And in any case, like uh, I want to make the changes. There's a voice disturbance. In any case, I want to make the changes. I just simply have to come back to my account. I have to make changes in this. Edit. The thing link will be open and then you can make changes in that. You want to add a video here, YouTube video, you can place here, say so let's take this one. Add from website. Okay, I just pasted the video link here and let's take the YouTube icon for this and done. So this is here and I move it here and click on done and play it. When I click it here, this video will be played here itself. So it's so easy that at one place you can have lots of hotspots, whatever you want related to your lesson. You can have it at one place. You don't have to collect the files. You have one website link, one thing link, and you can add the things here. Next is like you have made your thing link, how to share it now. Basically the next thing, obviously when you have to pass it on to others, you just go click on share on your thing link and share the link and just copy this link and share it. Or if you want to publish this link so that other people also see it, you have so many social sites, teams. You can, if you are using thinglink and you are using teams, Microsoft Teams as your online medium, so you can choose the here. And you have added thinglink as an app in your Microsoft Teams classes. You can be adding the thing link there. You can use it in Google Classrooms. You can directly share here from the Facebook, your Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and lots of other platforms. You can use that. So this is the way you can share it. And the other thing is you want to copy this thing link. Just come here and click on clone. Simple, this thing link will be copied. I just cloned and this thing link is copied. So the link which I will give you, you can clone and you can make changes on that. So I just show you one of the link. Okay. So say this is one of my thing link, right? So this is created with the help of Bitmoji. When I click here, it shows me these are my school hours. Okay. These are my school hours. When I click here, it shows me this is the timetable layout, timetable. And when I click here, it takes me to my timetable, right? And then when I click here, I think I have not shared the sound. So it is playing the podcast for the children. So if you want to add a voice note for your students, you can add a voice here. And then this is a 360-degree view. You have the privilege of adding the 360-degree view of your classroom. You can add it there. Then this is about, okay, there are lots of opportunities to get involved in a range. So it's all about you are, telling the students about what all opportunities are available into the classroom. Like this year we are using Thingling as an orientation for the parents, not the PowerPoint. So this is one of the way which you can use uh, Thingling in your classroom. So, okay, these are the way, this is the dress code for the students, which should be followed in the class. And, this is come back soon, meet more staff room. And, okay, that mobiles are not allowed. So, whatever you want to display here, that's your creativity. All those things you can do. Okay, let me show you another. This is a kind of a quest, a picture where we have given the pointers 1, 2, 3, 4 and told the student, okay, name what is this, where is the stem. So right, and these are jumbled questions. Students have to rearrange the things, like. So, like I told you, that children can collaborate. You have ThingLink and you have shared it with your students. You have given the instructions, made a test, and the way you do the match the followings on paper. So, what the child has to do, the child has to click on the edit and has to rearrange that what is the where is the stem, where is the shoot, where is the root, where is the leaf, where is the flower. And in the next part are the the answers. Okay, how to draw a sunflower, and then just where are the correct parts. And then you have to, the teacher is asking, so this. So after the problem solution, the teacher has, given the correct answer. So this way you can create a, wonderful test. As I always say that game-based learning and game-based learning test, it's always better to evaluate students. And this is one of the best way, a quest, virtual quest, basically. Rather than a simple paper pen test, you can, go and have this type of test. Okay, let me show you another example. Okay, let's see. I showed the science one. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so this is the rock cycle. So this way you can show the teachers who are, taking geography. So this is the way the rock cycle is shown, is beautifully made by the teacher. And at each part, it's, explained, okay, what are metaphoric rocks. Then over here, like I told you, you can displace a text card to give a little signage or a hint about that. Then what's next is happening, then it's changing to magma, cooling, igneous, the whole cycle. This is an image on which small hotspots have been added beautifully. The way you draw it on the board, this image helps to explain this lesson so nicely. And I think when it is explained visually by adding the hotspots, it's more clear to the students, and visual picture is always long lasting. And here are the some video links which are, uh, placed to give a tutorial, like, okay, the next self-learning module. So this way you can add the helping videos. All these videos, different videos, links about the rock cycle have been added. And here the rock cycle image basically, okay, how it happens. So when you click here, it's expanded on the screen, right? And yeah, I'll just share all these links in the chat window so that you can use it and can take back to your classes. One of the link I'll just show you. Uh, okay, this is also created by one of my student. Okay, like know more about me. So here wanted a survey feedback. So if you want like your feedback from your customers, the feedback is here. Then about the blog, the Twitter, the YouTube. If you click here, the YouTube video is there. And then when you click here, there's, you know, another poster which has come up, right? And then when you click here, the child is introducing herself, and here, okay, this another Adobe Spark is linked here. So you can see you can link number of applications here, number of apps here. There's no limitation that okay, this app is not is not able to be integrated. And here when we click here, uh, it's loading. Okay, so this is one of the another video presentation is here. When I click here, it will start being playing. This is another video. Okay, and when I click here, this is another thing link which has 3D views which will be played here. It's little heavy, that's why it's going to take time. Yeah, it's open. So this is the thing link. See, it's a 3D view. Yeah, and when I click here, I'll be able to see all the cards that I have placed here, right? And when I click on this, okay, so it's a 3D image. So you can see, okay, and on each person I've placed a video. When I click here, it shows about this person. When I click here, it shows about this person. So it's a nice way of introducing people. If I click here, it shows about this person. And when we click here, there are 3 videos about this person, so it's here. And when I click here, there are other videos. And when I clicked here, I reached to another thing link. And so you can see here, so it's a beautiful way to create a tour of a lesson. When you're doing a history lesson, you're doing science lesson, you want to build the virtual quest, the excitement, and that creativity quotient among the students. I think this is one of the best tool you can use with your children. And yeah, I think uh, so I would just say, what are you thinking for? It's time to bridge your thinking link with the thing link so that you can create happy classrooms. You can create happy individuals so that they are the future leaders of tomorrow, and you yourself are also empowered. Thank you. And I'm open to the question answer round. Uh,
Hello. Dear teachers, you can unmute yourself and you can ask questions in case if there are any questions. Monica ma'am would be available to answer your questions.
Yes, hello Monica ma'am.
Yeah,
This is
hello.
Nikita. First of all, the
Hi, Nick.
presentation was really good.
Thank you.
Uh, with Google Slides, you just linked the like Bitmoji. So
Yeah.
how did you do that?
I'm having my Gmail account, so I'm having Google Slides. I showed you how I created that scene. It's not necessary that you have to create that scene. Uh, Sometimes you may get ready-made images also, but I just wanted to give a funky touch, adding the Bitmoji thing. So that is why I used Google Slides and I created that image. Shall I show you once again?
Yes, please do that.
Sure. Okay, is the screen visible?
Not yet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, now it's visible.
All right, just a second. So what I did, I was in Google Slides. I named my slide as, Bitmoji. What I did, I first, you know, changed the background color. From background, I inserted an image and I choose the image of a wall floor. It's up to you, whatever type of image you wanted to take. I wanted to be taking an image of a classroom. That's why I took this. And I didn't like basically the background that was quite dull. So I added the image here and then I removed the borders and recolored it, given it a bright blue color because I wanted to place a window and I wanted to, kind of have a bright effect. So I removed its border and then I painted it with blue color. Then I added a board by going on insert image, search on web, and then I told you that search transparent images. So transparent white board. And then I inserted it and you know I cropped the board right, the things on the right side, and I skewed it as per the size of the board I wanted. Then I inserted a window, and then I wanted that, okay, it should give a look, a lively look that I love mountains actually. So that's why I chose mountains, and it's visible from my window. So then I moved it to backwards and kind of inserted a Bitmoji. For Bitmoji, you have to have, go and add extension Bitmoji to Google Chrome. And then that is added. And you can have a lot of types of text, photos, all those things that is there.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That was really very creative.
Yeah, thank you.
Teachers, you can go ahead and you can raise your hands and we can call it the participants. You can unmute yourself and you can go ahead and ask the questions. We have about 10 minutes to go for the Q&A session. So I request all the participants, whoever you have the questions, you can go ahead and unmute yourself. So I think we have a question from Ms. Harshita Singh. Please, ma'am, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
I'm Harshita Singh here.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation, ma'am. You've
thank you.
actually given me a chance to get more creative, and I honestly saying I never knew I could do something like this for class.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
what I had to ask was, I'm not sure, I've never used this earlier. So when I'm giving a presentation, so I am teaching, suppose for an example, marketing. So this is really nice. This will be really helpful if I'm, putting up something for marketing lecture one day. But I know that the facility in the campus does not have the internet. So when
Mhm.
at home, of course, I'll be having my Wi-Fi connection and so on. In class, would I need the hotspot or would I need the Wi-Fi to have this whole thing running?
Yeah, yes.
All right. Because that was one thing that I always had to look into, and I had to get hotspot from home or somewhere, to work that out. But this was a really, really, really nice tool. Thank you so much for this today.
So, because as now we are living in a virtual world, and this whole year has actually taught us how to use all jugards,
I agree.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
we have to, kind of make learning happen in the classroom and something which is very, very, uh, attractive, and we wanted that, okay, yeah, our learners should learn this way. So we will do that. And like I told you, that we are doing our orientation this year with this. We are not doing it with PowerPoint presentation.
This is wonderful, ma'am. It's actually won my heart. I'm going to try it out today itself.
Yeah, and you see, you give, because you can't call the children in the school, and you're giving the feel of the classroom to the children. Okay, this is how your classroom looks like. These are the boards which teachers have decorated for you. That's a social emotional learning quotient also.
Absolutely agreed,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
Thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. There's a question from Miss Padma. It reads out something like this: how can I use for English literature class or grammar class? Can you give an example for using this tool so that I can use it in my online English class?
Yeah, I'll just share one of the piece. Just a second. You can have, say, which I was just studying the cold wind chapter actually. So you can have that picture and you can place the hotspots there.
बहुत बड़ी कंसिडरेशन चल रही है अंबानी के घर के बाहर जो ये मिली थी ना आरडीएक्स वाली जिसकी गाड़ी थी उस ओनर का
There's a question from Ms. Sangeeta as well. It reads out, can you kindly help with maths as well? A couple of ideas in using maths.
Yeah, I'll just share. I'm just sharing my screen.
Ms. Meenakshi, the recording would be updated on YouTube. You can share, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. So it will be shared.
Okay, I'll share the.
Ultrasound will become 10th most expensive treatment. There are not to just get जाने दो आनी कॉल कर रहा ना
Okay, let me show the maths. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this about something about maths I'm having from the kindergarten. So rest is about your creativity, basically. Okay, we are talking. Uh, yeah, so I'll just share with. Okay, so this is ordering and sequencing,
मेरे
basically.
पास तो कांटेक्ट भी है कि जो ऐसे पूरे दलाल होते हैं ना वो पूरे है
Great,
तो
ma'am. Thank you
सारे
for
लोग
sharing
आउटपुट
that.
कर लेंगे
So,
दलाल
and
होते हैं ना
the
इनके
other beautiful thing is that you
तुम्हें
have
पता है
the immersive
मेरा
reader
मेरे
also.
गांव में वो
This background noise actually coming. So, like, I've clicked on the immersive reader. So it will help, the gifted children also. So when you play, it will help you that also. So this is one of the maths example. Then, for the reading skills also, for life skills, for science, uh, like that. Any other? I hope I have shown that maths example.
दूसरे बिजनेस
Okay. Okay, teachers, if you have any other questions, you can unmute yourself and you can probably ask ma'am. So I think it's a very interesting tool where creativity of the teacher can be explored to the fullest extent possible. And ma'am, I just have a couple of questions in context with regards to the upcoming job mela. So ideally, majority of these online tutoring jobs involve a half an hour demo or a 1 hour demo for where you're interacting with the child for the first time. Now, and it's very important that there's a conversion, there's a very good interaction that happens, so that that child can enroll into that particular program and the process can go there. So, how do you think that teachers can utilize the first half an hour in addition to ThinkLink? Are there any other tips or tricks that one may use to capture the attention and you probably create a fantastic experience in the first half an hour of the class?
You can have wonderful ice-breaking activities. First of all, you will be meeting them after a long time, and kind of have the discussion. Okay, what was the meeting about that? And a lot of ice-breaking activities we can have. What do you like the best in you? Write down all those things, create beautiful cards, and then write all those small things, and we can create a wall, and we can paste it there, and the teacher can read aloud. Okay, these are the best three things about this student. These are the best three things about this student. So these are the ways of the teacher can build a rapport with the students. And before doing that, teacher should tell, okay, I have these three best things about me. Let me ask from you now. And she should give beautiful cards to them right there, and then stick it on the wall.
That's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing those quick pointers. There's a question from Ms. Shabina. I think Ms. Shabina, you can unmute yourself and you can go ahead and ask ma'am the question. Meanwhile, there's a question from Ms. Arti. It reads out something like, ma'am, please give some examples for using Hindi as well. So, yeah.
I'm not having right now as of Hindi, but yes, I can show you English. And with that, suppose you're teaching the vernaculars, you can have a picture there, and therein, instead of having some customized video, the teacher can record her own voice, because the personalized recorded voice of the teacher will give the exact stress upon that. Okay, how we have to pronounce this word generally, and then how we have to spell these things, how we have to write these spellings. So the way you are doing it on your lesson plan, you can map it on the wall that ways. I can show you the example. The same thing can be converted in English, Hindi. I'll just show you quickly. Yeah, so this way. So you can create, very interactive. I'm sure these pictures will be there. You can scan and can use it. Each part is having a separate thingling. So when I click here, I'm moved to the another part. Okay, AR arm, like that. It's your virtual book basically. So when I click here, ER, and then it's mixer. Okay, so same way you can use for Hindi as well. And if you have to teach a poem, you place the poem picture there, and you reading out the poem, recording the video, and insert the video there. That's a beautiful way, the way you are doing it for Flipgrid and all.
Great. Thank you so much for that, ma'am. The teachers, we have just 1 more minute for questions. If you have any questions, we can take that up. But otherwise, there's a feedback form link that is displayed on the screen. Before you make a move, we request all the teachers to please fill in the feedback form so that it will help us understand, and we'll be reaching out to you with the recording of today's session and with other relevant details that were shared today.
I'll be sharing few of the links which you can, use it.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. So
Yeah,
all this information, dear teachers, would be shared with you over mail. Once when you fill the feedback form, we'll be receiving all the email addresses and we'll be reaching out to you via mail. Ma'am would also be dropping a couple of links.
I'm sharing a few links. You can clone and use it in your classrooms.
So with that, we come to an end for today's session. Thank you, dear teachers, for being a part of today's session. You can tag us on Twitter and share your thoughts. You can follow Monica ma'am on her handle, which is KL Namya, and let us know about today's session. You can tag Teacher Tweets and Chat India, and if you're on Twitter, let us know. And once again, thank you so much, Monica ma'am, for taking the time out to be a part of today's session. I think as a teacher, establishing good sort of behavior in the first, or creating great learning experience in the first interaction sort of becomes very crucial. And I think using ThinkLink, that would be a great technological solution where students would also be enjoying it, and at the same time, teachers would also have a great time. It is almost like creating a nice puzzle, or creating a nice challenge where you sort of make it interactive to the teachers. I see that sort of correlation. But thank you once again, ma'am, for sharing your thoughts, sharing your wisdom about using this tool. And I think all the teachers who joined today would be taking valuable inputs. All this information would also be shared to all the other participants who registered for today's job Mela. So from our side, I think it was a great learning session. So thank you so much once again.
Yeah, thank you so much, Varun, for inviting me here and giving me a chance to share one of the tool which I know with the teachers. I love to share, and I'm sure this is going to benefit in some or the other way in creating the ice-breaking activity or their lesson or their life skill classes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, dear teachers, you can write us on Twitter, and otherwise we'll be reaching out to you with all the relevant information. So thank you once again for taking time out to be a part of the session, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time for our next session. And going forward, the other details with regards to job mail would be shared with the Telegram group. So I'm sharing the group link as well in the chat box. If you have any other queries, you can write to us on the group. Great. Ma'am, any parting thoughts?
Any parting thoughts is do not fear to learn from your students. If you do not know anything, just go and ask and sit with them, because you are dealing with the students who are from the generation Z. And it's very important that we enhance ourselves so that we talk that language which our learners understand.
That's a fantastic thought, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that. I do feel that at the pace at which kids are learning at this point, it becomes very important for a teacher to keep up. And it's always very nicely put that learning is something that one should consider pursuing all their life. So with that, we come to an end for today's session. Thank you so much for joining us, teachers, and we look forward to meeting you on the same link tomorrow. So thank you, Monica ma'am. And thank you, teachers.
Yeah, thank you so much.